I made a video a while back. Oh, had to be 4 or 5 months ago, called "She's Gone, Now What?" And it's in the playlist. You know where to find it. And there was talking about how now she's gone, right? You've been in a relationship for a long time, and she decides to take a powder. Now what? What you gonna do? You gonna wallow in self-pity, or you gonna spread your wings and fly? See, what I did, I started me a YouTube channel, right? And I started letting you people know about my relationship experiences, right? And I've had a lot, okay? I turned a negative into a positive, right? Because a lot of times, it can be a positive and we just don't see it yet, right? Because when you're with somebody for a long time and all of a sudden they're not there anymore, you have to deal with the problem at hand.
Into an entanglement with August, that's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
You're hurting because you've been disrespected.
You still gotta bring the money in. You still gotta make sure the lights stay on. You still gotta make sure that the car is running. You still gotta do your prior obligations, whether you're in a romantic relationship or not, right? You still gotta do all that. Right? So I turned that positive into a negative. And once again, I said the name of it is "She's Gone, Now What?" So, since October of last year, I've been doing a lot of dating, right? I had a couple of chicks that came close. One in particular, she came real close. But, she was just so out there that it would have been ridiculous, right, for me to try to have anything with her. Because, once you get into a romantic relationship, your time is not yours anymore, especially if you got one of them needy chicks, right? The kind that call you 13 times a day. So that wasn't gonna work, but other than that, if she'd have just been her feminine self, right? If she'd have been the things that she claimed to be when we first started talking, we would probably still be together today, right? But one thing I learned is you can't fit a square peg into a round hole. So let's stop trying to do that. Anyway, I digress. So I've been having a lot of experience with dating and checking chicks out, and you know what I'm finding out? And I probably already knew it, I just didn't want to look at it. It's most chicks are the same. They got the same mentality. I don't know if it haven't always been that way, because there was 9 of us, right? Mama and daddy in the house, right? 9, 11 with them. We ain't talking about the ones that died, right? And they stayed together for a pretty good while, right?
There was so much that wasn't me that I was living.
Yeah.
So much inauthenticity. I do think that there are a lot more people living lives that aren't true.
Aren't true. That is
To
so
them
true.
because of their fear. So I understand, and there's no judgment. I did it. I did it. I did it.
She did it.
People had different morals, different principles, right? Especially women, right? And that brings me to the topic of today is she doesn't love you. Now what? Okay? It was on the Manosphere Highlight Daily channel. I'll leave a link in the description where you can check it out. But it's about Will Smith and his old lady, that Jada chick, right?
As I hold this award, I want to give love to my wife. My wife, baby, I want to thank the jiggiest wife in the world, Jada Pinkett Smith. First and foremost, I just want to thank my wife right there. That Jada, that's the one right there. Girl,
woman feel bad because she.
And check out the video. I checked it out and it was kind of sad, right? Because I understand. Okay? I understand. Because a lot of us men, we were raised to protect our women if we're going to be with them, to love them, to care for them, to give them what they need, and all that kind of stuff, right? Nobody told us that we had to keep doing that regardless of how we was treated. They didn't tell us that. They say, pull out the chair, open car doors, throw your coat in a puddle, right? Chivalry, be chivalrous, right? You got a woman, protect her. She shouldn't have to do anything but take care of the house, right? That's the way a lot of us was raised. And I think that's the way that old Will was raised, right? Because he seemed like a pretty good guy to me. If you look at the video, right, women may not notice it, but I guarantee you, if you are a man and you look at that video and you got an ounce of good in you, you're gonna see the expression on that man's face and how hurt he is. Especially now, right? In the beginning, he would always thank her. Oh, I want to thank my wife. I want to thank my wife. I want to thank my wife. And every time she said that, check out the expression on her face. Like she could care less about you saying that. Okay? Now, we have to get with the fact that I don't think they can help it. I don't think women can help it. I think it's something inside of them. Now, that don't make it right. That don't make it right. Because if you're a good human being, you're a good human being. I say that all the time. Right? But if Will Smith, we're talking Will Smith, because I've always said it's not about the money. It's not about the prestige, right? It's not about any of that. That stuff is designed to let you live a little bit better life. You put your kids through the good schools and all that kind of stuff, right? But that stuff do not help you with your emotional instability. Money don't help you with that. Power don't help you with that. If anything, it brings it out more, right? And hey man, listen. When I was looking at that guy, and you look at that video, and you see the giving he's done. He gives, he gives, he gives. I mean, on her birthday, no matter what, she never looks like she appreciates it. I'm talking about not that I caught. It was like, man, I don't love you. What I got from her and that video is, man, I don't love you. I don't care what you do. This relationship done run its course. I've been telling you, I don't love you. Just like a lot of women be telling us that. But because of our upbringing and because of the goodness in our heart, right, we try to protect them. Because we know that they don't understand what they're doing. We know they don't understand what they're doing, but you can't tell them that, man. So you have to let them go. You have to. Because if you don't, you're gonna wind up one miserable, resentful man. So you gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. Okay? And I was thinking about how a lot of people, and some guys too think it's about wealth. If I give you enough money, I can pay you to be kind to me. I can pay you to let me lead. I can pay you after all I done for you, right? Okay? I can pay you to love me, and you can't. You can't. How many of us done tried that, man? Just to be left holding the bag. And you know what kind of bag I'm talking about. Not about no money. I understand that you think that you need a whole bunch of money. Hey, go out and get it. But let me ask y'all this question. How many people do you know that connive, scam, cheat, screw over people, right? Okay? Lie to them and use them like they're a dish rag. How many of those people do we know that didn't get what they had coming in the end? How many of them people? People like that, they always get what's coming to them. Okay? Always. And it's not going to have anything to do with you. It's going to have to do with their role in your life, and in that guy's life, and in that person's life, because they treat everybody the same. You're not special. You're just the one with the gravy, right? Okay? You just the one with the gravy that they have an opportunity to get what you have, to put it up. Now, Jada don't need all that. She'll probably take it, but she don't need it. But she'll take it just to prove a point to herself so she can put it on, the internet, Instagram, whatever she belongs to, and that's okay. But if you can't make Will Smith happy, if you can't set aside your own selfish, self-centered motives for somebody that loves you like that guy, and the chick gotta be in her 50s now, right? Or knocking the dope at it, to be still thinking that she can get rid of him, right? And get somebody to care for her like he did. If she could help that, she would. Nobody would make those kind of decisions for themselves to make their life worse if they could help it, man. And I'm telling you, man, we've been blaming these chicks, man. They ain't to blame. There's something wrong with them. And blaming ain't gonna do no good anyway. Let them go. We can deal with the pain. We've been dealing with it. I remember I was married, right? And we at this big old convention. I'm talking about people everywhere, right? And me and my wife, we was waiting on the elevator. We were downtown at the Hyatt, right? With the big old ball. We had a room, right? We get dolled up, dressed up, right? Go catch the elevator, right? I put on cologne, right? Okay? The elevator comes, and there's a whole bunch of people on the elevator. Okay? And when we got on the elevator, you know what that lady said to those people? She didn't say it to me. She said, "He smelled like a woman, don't he?" See, I never forgot that. I didn't act no fool. Just like when Will and his old lady was at that red tabletop that they be talking about, and he knows that she's been knocking this younger guy off. I don't care what his name is, that don't even matter. We always want to know who the other person is. I don't care who it is, it don't matter. right? And she talking about she was in an entanglement. And now, so she said entanglement, then all of a sudden, people are not calling it what it is. It's called adultery. That's what it's called. You mean when I was committing adultery? You mean when I was cheating? Right? And if y'all seen that video about him and her at that red table, and she used that word entanglement, and he said entanglement, and you could see the hurt on that man's face. You could see it on that video. Hey, always look at his face and look at her face and see who's the happiest. He wasn't happy that day. Would she call that an entanglement? In front of all these people, right? My point is, just like that lady said and told them people on that elevator that he smelled like a woman and I kept my cool, right? He's keeping his cool. He kept his cool at that red table when she said entanglement. And you know, we can be hurt, right? But don't think you know what kind of hurt it is. Only he know what kind of hurt it is. Just like only I knew what kind of hurt that was. When this lady that I married, right, said something like that. Okay? Now, peep this. Peep this. We had been married probably a year and a half or 2 years. Okay? And we stayed married for 17 years. I never forgot that though. I never forgot that. And even with that, okay? Even with that, I still did my job just like Will Smith is doing. Okay? I still did my job as her husband until I couldn't do it anymore. Okay? I did it until I couldn't do it anymore. Okay? Just like he's doing. But there's comes a time that he gonna have to let it go for his own well-being. She'll be all right. Okay? She'll be all right. Some people are more into the material stuff than there are in getting their spirit, their grace, their kindness to others, right? Being humane. Okay? When it comes to material stuff, man, that's what they're shooting for. And I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, you're gonna see for yourself. And if you think back, you probably already done seen it. Anybody that put material stuff before somebody that loves and cares for them, they're gonna lose every time. The day is gonna come when she's gonna ask herself, what did I do? And he's not gonna want to have nothing to do with her. It's embarrassing. Okay? So, I was just thinking about that. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description, man, about that video. It's called She Doesn't Love You, Will. Now what? Will Smith. She doesn't love you. You see it now. We see that you see it. Okay? There's no more denying it. Okay? Now what? Okay? Because he still got a choice. He can still stay with her. Okay? He can still stay with her. Right? But we still got a choice. But sometimes we have to let people go so they can learn what life is really about. We can't fix other people. We just can't. When you get a certain age, now if he chooses to stay with her, I'm not gonna feel sorry for him. For what? They're old enough now. They're not kids anymore. Okay? If he chooses to stay with her and keep getting walked on, to keep accepting injustices, right? To keep getting disrespected. Oh, I love Tupac. I love Tupac. I miss Tupac. Keep getting disrespected. Okay? I'm not gonna feel sorry for him. Because I left and didn't have a dime because all my money went to her. And I still made it. Come on, man. So, but he don't have that to worry about. So if he decides to stay with her after all this stuff that's been shown to him, he got something else going on. Okay? So, man, I tell you what. You can't blame people for who they are. I'm gonna leave you with this. The Chinese got a whole saying, okay? If you sit on the side of the river long enough, if you just sit there on the bank of the river long enough, you'll see the bodies of all your enemies come floating by. Okay? All you gotta do is sit there. You keep being the best person you can be. You keep your fishing pole in the water. You keep minding your own business, right? You give where you can, right? You keep being that good person when you can, if it's still in you, because sometimes they can knock it out of us, right? And as you going on, keep on being you and doing the right thing for you and your life and your spirit, you're gonna see every person that has ever hurt you, you will see them come floating by.